The science behind thinking in English. Explained easily. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of English with Altaf. Today's topic is something that can really change the way you speak and understand English. We are going to talk about the science behind thinking in English and how it helps you speak fluently. If you've ever wondered why it's hard to speak English quickly and naturally, this video is just for you. We'll break down the process in a simple way so that even beginners can understand it clearly. Let's discover how our brain works when we learn and use a second language like English. Altaf will join me now, and together we will explain everything in an easy and interesting way.
Thank you, Ikra. Hello, viewers. I'm happy to have you all here with us again. So, let's begin by understanding a simple truth. We think in words. And if you want to speak English fluently, you must think in English first. Now, the question is, why don't we naturally think in English? The answer is connected to how our brain processes languages.
Yes. Our brain stores our first language in a part called the L1 area. When we learn a second language like English, it goes to the L2 area. That's why many people first think in their native language, then translate into English. This process is slow and tiring, and it affects our fluency. But if we train our brain to think directly in English, the process becomes faster and smoother. It's just like muscle memory. With enough practice, it becomes automatic.
Exactly. Studies in neuroscience show that when we use a new language regularly, our brain forms new neural pathways. These pathways help us store English vocabulary, grammar, and sentence patterns in an active, ready-to-use format. So instead of translating, we start responding in English directly, just like native speakers. This doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, it's 100% possible.
Let's take a simple example. If someone asks you, "How are you?" and your mind first thinks, "Mainti kun," then translates it to, "I am fine." This shows you are still thinking in your native language first. But if your mind immediately says, "I'm fine, thank you," that means you're thinking in English. And that's what we want to achieve.
Right. So now let's talk about how to train your brain to think in English. The first tip is to surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch English videos, listen to podcasts, and read simple English books. This will feed your brain with the rhythm, structure, and vocabulary of English. The more English you hear and read, the more familiar it becomes.
Tip number 2, use English for your daily thoughts. For example, when you wake up, don't think, "Mujhe utna hai." Instead, think, "I have to get up now." When you see something beautiful, don't say in your mind, "Ye kitna acha hai." Say, "This is so beautiful." This small habit helps your brain switch to English naturally.
Tip number 3. Speak to yourself in English. It might feel strange at first, but it really works. Talk about your day, your plans, or your feelings, all in English. You can say things like, "I'm going to the market," or "I have so much work today." This self-talk boosts your confidence and fluency at the same time.
Tip number 4, practice visualization with English sentences. For example, if you see an apple, don't say the word in your native language. Just look at it and say, "apple," or "a red apple" in your mind. Try to connect images and actions directly with English words instead of translating. This method is used by many language learners around the world.
Now let's understand one more important point. Thinking in English helps reduce fear. When we think in our native language and try to translate, We worry about grammar and correctness. But when we think in English, we become more natural and confident. It also helps us react faster during real conversations.
Another benefit is that your pronunciation also improves. When you listen and think in English, you start copying the accent and sounds correctly. It becomes easier to say words the right way because your brain is used to hearing them in real contexts.
Now you might be wondering, how long does it take to think in English? Well, it depends on how much time you spend with English every day. Some people can train their brain in a few weeks, while others may take a few months. But one thing is sure, if you practice daily, results will definitely come.
Let's now review a short list of actions you can do to start thinking in English. Listen to English daily. Even 10 minutes helps. Read short English stories or articles. Speak to yourself in English. Replace your inner voice with English thoughts. Be patient. Fluency takes time and effort.
Also remember, mistakes are a part of learning. Don't be afraid to think wrongly or speak with errors. The more you use English, the better your brain becomes at using it automatically. With regular practice, you will stop translating and start thinking directly in English.
Before we end today's video, let's quickly summarize what we've learned. We talked about why thinking in English is important for fluency. We explained how the brain processes two languages and why translation slows us down. We shared science-based tips to help you train your mind to think directly in English.
We also gave you some powerful techniques like self-talk, visualization, and daily listening. These small actions can create big changes in your English speaking ability. So start today, and slowly your brain will shift from your native language to English thinking.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you found this video useful and motivating. Remember, English is not just a subject. It's a habit. The more you live with it, the more natural it becomes.
And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, English with Altaf. We are always here to help you grow in your English journey. See you next time with another helpful and interesting topic. Till then, keep practicing and keep thinking in English.